Mark Bruno with Printing News and PrintingNews.com, here again at Graph Expo 2015, Day 2. And we're joined now by Brian Dollard, who's the Director of Marketing with Canon. Welcome,
Hi Mark,
Brian.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us, so to speak. Wanted to chat a little bit about your products on both the cut sheet and the continuous feed side, particularly in the inkjet realm. Give us your take, Brian, and Canon's take on, is inkjet, production inkjet still in its early adopter phase, or has it matured beyond that phase at this point?
It really depends on which part of the market you're talking about, Mark. One of the things you'll see in our booth today is we're launching a number of new products, both toner products as well as inkjet products. When you think in terms of maturity, you really got to look at what part of the market are you looking at. Of course, back in the U.S.A. days, we started with inkjet in 2008, and the continuous forms market, transactional market, it's actually a fairly mature technology now, and many have transitioned to inkjet. And it makes sense because inkjet is demanding from a media compatibility standpoint, so it's much easier to transition to inkjet in the continuous form space. The other value proposition for inkjet is you get much higher speeds at a much lower cost. Again, transactional high volume environments, that's really important there. When you talk sheet fed, now we're in its infancy, and Canon is the first in the market to release a production inkjet press for the transactional and publishing and commercial market, and that's our VarioPrint i300. That's in its infancy because when you talk sheet fed, you run a lot of different types of paper, and it's that media compatibility that becomes very important there. So yeah, in that sense we're in our infancy, but other areas, wide format, production, printing, continuous form, it's well past the early adopter stage and is becoming much more mature.
You mentioned the value proposition of inkjet, so speak a little bit about that in more depth in terms of not only when compared with offset, or versus offset, if you will, but also with toner-based technologies.
So, make no mistake about it. Our target with inkjet technologies is to capture more offset pages. In the transactional space, we've done this by transitioning applications that were traditionally pre-printed forms done on offset presses, narrow webs, and then imprinted on laser devices with black and white. Now we go white paper in, finished product out. We've eliminated that offset step. Same will hold true on the sheet fed side. There's still many applications on the sheet fed side where it's pre-printed forms being imprinted. Again, we'll go white paper in, finished product out. When you look at the differences between inkjet and toner, it's really, the inkjet gives you that speed, that lower cost. The toner gives you higher quality and far greater media flexibility. So that's why we see things coexisting there, and that's why I made a point of mentioning that it's not just about inkjet now. There's going to be quite a transition that the market's going to go through for a number of years, and we see toner technologies being very much a part of our future going forward. All of that is really being developed to go after and transfer more of those offset pages to digital devices. And it's the inkjet that really is the catalyst behind that now.
Interesting. So talk a little bit about the booth here at Graph Expo, Brian. I haven't had a chance yet to go over there. I'm hoping to go tomorrow, but I understand there's a solutions oasis, which is kind of telling customer success stories. Can you share with us what that is all about?
Sure. It's it's one thing to bring a printer to the market, and there's a lot of things that happen other than the printing, as we all know. There's data input, there's finishing on the output side, and what we're trying to do is tell that broader story, and we're trying to do it in the context of certain segments, certain applications, and we're trying to present the technology to our customers in a way that we feel is very relevant to what they do, and something that they can look at and identify with. So it's not just about here's the printer, here's the speeds, here's the feeds. It's why is this relevant to you and what is it that you can do with that. So within the Solutions Oasis, we've got a variety of different stations that focus on different workflows, that focus on different types of applications or environments, whether it's commercial print, in-plant, transactional type of applications. And then within that, we've got an application gallery. So it gives us the opportunity to really offer a far greater context to what the printer is designed to to do for our customers.
Yeah, it's a great concept.
Yeah.
I look forward to going over there and seeing it probably tomorrow.
Come on over. I'll give you a tour.
We'll watch for you, and I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks so much.
All right, Brian. Thank you.
Take care.